That's me, NBA big man Chris Kaman. I've never been the typical athlete. When I'm off the court, I guess I just have my own ideas of a good time. Growing up without much, we always find a way to have fun. Now that I'm a multi-millionaire, not much has changed. I just have a bigger budget.
Hey, what are you filming, a-hole?
That's me, Chris Kaman. I'm a 7-foot-tall basketball player, and I only do things big. Basketball is my life, but when the season is over, I'm ready for an adventure. This year, I'm loading my friends up in a boat and heading from LA to Central America. Our goal is to catch a giant blue marlin, which can weigh well over 1,000 pounds. It can be difficult and even dangerous, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Most amateurs hire professional fishermen to help them out, but not me. My friends and I had 30 days to learn how to catch a marlin, but we had no idea how challenging this would be. The trips I take usually are not well thought out. We usually find about half the way through the trip that we missed about 5 or 6 things that we really needed. It can be kind of crazy in the last couple days. Every time I go, man, I bring too much stuff. In case the boat sinks, you want to have all your stuff on here so you can claim insurance on it.
Chris's trips aren't necessarily planned as far as what he's gonna do. Never. There's always a deadline to leave, even though like everything's not ready to go.
Nobody touch the railing with the blue tape. Anywhere there's blue tape, it's paint. What'd you do, grab the railing?
Yeah.
There was tape on it.
I know.
Getting ready for a trip like this is a lot of work. Chris, he don't realize how much work this is.
Can you see around a lot? Is it good visible there?
Yes, that's beautiful. Sexy.
You're not gonna tell Chris you're not gonna leave. You're just gonna leave. But if you forget something, you forget something. Whose fault is that? Chris Kaman, because he wants to leave.
Everybody's behind. I tried to set a time, and each time the hours got moved back. It went from like 5 to like 7 to 9.
You're losing daylight.
It's because people don't show up till like 4 or 5 at night. Anytime you're getting ready for a trip, there's so much preparation and there's so many things that go on, and it's just a build-up to leave. And it's just kind of where the adventure begins. You don't know what's gonna happen next. Just drill that one.
When Chris plans a trip like this, I always think of something long and something hard. It's always something that's gonna be more work than a vacation.
All right, let's kick the tires and light the fire. Let's get this thing rolling.
I think that's it. Let's get out of here.
You leaving?
Yeah, I guess so. I know you forgot something, so sure, I'll call you. Ship it out to Mexico.
So we're trying to leave the marina. You know, Chris is like, we gotta go. And I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, get on the boat. Get the lines. Like, get the lines? I still got stuff in the car. What do you mean, leave?
How close do you think you are to leaving, Chris?
10 minutes or less.
What is this? What are we doing? Like, there's no plan. It's just like, there's no plan every day. And that's how Chris would love to live his whole life.
I just wanted to get out of there. This is something I was looking forward to. The sooner I could get to the fishing area, the more fun the trip would be.
We're leaving. I'll get the rope.
I thought it was time to leave. All of a sudden, I was gonna help them untie the line, and boom.
What just happened? I can't see.
They went to turn the generators on. The generator decides it doesn't want to work.
We lost the light.
Mike's hitting the wrong switches. That's what happened.
Hey, guys. There was definitely something wrong. I went in the engine room, I looked around, and the generator had gone out. But with a boat, it's never if it's gonna happen, it's always just when.
I didn't think we were gonna make it out. I don't know exactly what was going on this time. Something was wrong. They were just like, Chris, let's just leave in the morning. He's like, no, go and fix it. We're leaving tonight.
We're almost done. Hopefully this is our last multi-$1,000 breakdown. If you buy a boat like this and you don't have money, every breakdown, you're gonna take a loan out, pretty much. As you can see, it's a mess right now, but hopefully it'll be done in 2 hours and then take off.
I can't explain it to people what boats are like. Actually, I pretty much can't explain it. It's like a girlfriend. You treat it so good, you take care of it and hope you don't get screwed.
Apple's on, John. Let's run this one and start this one in the morning.
Finally, got the Sasquatch fixed.
The other one, the breaker's got to be trimmed.
Everybody felt like finally we're gonna get out of here. I got a lot of money invested in this boat. I got a lot of money invested in this trip already at this point, and I just wanted to make sure that we were gonna get there and the boat wasn't gonna break anymore.
When we're going out to sea, it's like a pretty daunting task because we're such a small vessel and then we're in the middle of nowhere. You look out and you see so many lights and they just get smaller and smaller. And who knows if we come back.
So we're finally pulling out at midnight. I get to the boat a little bit late because I stopped at Panda Express to get the 3-meal entree.
10 or 15 minutes into the trip, Ben and Scully, like, they looked at each other and like, okay, we're gonna both puke now.
Get up here! We need help up here!
What do you think you're doing today?
I ate some beef jerky and that was stupid.
Immediately, Ben just got sick. He was downstairs throwing up in the toilet.
I felt like it was the wrath of God. I was like, man, maybe I should just leave.
Oh, I'm getting sick already. So you got that going, right? Need some Dramamine. There's bad winds and there's crazy waves right when we started. Good old Panda was in me. And next thing you know, I'm like, wow, what am I doing on this trip? And so I lean over to Seek and I just let it all out.
It's Panda Express! Mayday, mayday!
This thing's got a garbage disposal, but it's broke.
Freaking garbage disposal was jammed before we left. It's clogged, it's gonna smell up the whole boat.
Scully's puking and yelling, John, why doesn't this garbage disposal fix?
He's like, oh, I gotta fix it.
Oh, God.
I'm like, what do you mean you gotta fix it? You gotta fix it while on the sea? Why didn't you fix it before we left?
How do you leave without a freaking garbage disposal?
I could feel it right here in my mouth, and then now it's just coming out the other end.
I swear I wanna go home.
I would have jumped overboard if I didn't get that smell out of that sink. Scully was puking up Panda Express. It's not good when it goes in, and it's not good when it comes out.
It did not look like it had any potential.
It was pretty rough. When you plan a trip like this, you don't want to be on some pathetic boat. To fit all the people and have a good time, you gotta have a really big boat. So I bought a 65-foot Hatteras. It's got a climate control bridge, and way up top, there's a tuna tower for spotting all those beautiful sea creatures. In the pit, we've got 4 teasers out the back to lure the fish in, and all the bait we need to get them in the boat. Usually the stuff we do isn't that thought out. But for deep sea fishing, you just can't wing it.
The whole goal on this trip, and the whole reason why Chris is gonna spend thousands and thousands of dollars, is to catch a blue marlin, because they're freaking huge.
The marlin is like elusive. If you just go fishing from time to time, you're lucky to catch one marlin.
Marlin, the most sought after, highly publicized game fish in the world.
I had dreams of grandeur of catching a blue marlin. You know what grandeur is?
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, awesome. So, of course, when I go on a trip like this, I don't go by myself. I always bring my friends. They're like family to me. Let's go. John is one of my buddies from a long time ago, and he's the boat's first mate. Basically, he takes care of the boat and he cleans it.
I'm a pretty wired guy. I go up and down, and honestly, the only place I ever really find that peace is when I'm out. And it's just that adventure that really takes me.
You spit on me! Freaking have some class, man! I'm spitting! We're going both inside. Not if you want to keep your job, you're not. Don't think you're not replaceable. God.
The main reason why I brought Scully is just because he's my boy, you know. Scully has that rare set of skills where he's a chef by trade, and then also on top of that, he manages the money and everything.
Not drug money. I'm the cook, the finance manager, part-time first mate. How many more things can you add up?
I don't know what's so funny about spitting on people.
Oh no, got all the food right there. I'm just finished. Oh, Chris!
I wanted Ben to go because we needed someone to help with the film and document this trip.
My job on this trip was cameraman.
And I thought Ben would be a good choice with his unique background in acting and his thorough experience in camera work.
As you can see, my head is floating above the water, and I have become one with the ocean. Oh, it's hurting my neck.
I'm not like one of the guys.
Why don't you just give it up, man? Oh!
You know, like a guy, you know? Sometimes I have a lot of different personalities. If you're always around alpha males, it's intense. It's like, this is like, it's intense.
Get that crack on them. Nice. It's a nice crack. I think I got the biggest room in the boat because I was the one that wanted to be there the least. My personality is pretty pessimistic to begin with.
A trip like this for Caleb is probably the last thing he wants to do.
It smells like garbage out here.
For him, it's just like, when can I go home?
I always expect the worst to happen, so I'm not disappointed.
The whole point of this trip is to try to do things on our own. We left LA and headed south for Marlin territory. But beyond that, we didn't have a clue. We were gonna need someone who had been there before.
This is where we smuggle people.
Captain Mike is a guy we met on the dock. We asked him, hey, do you want to come to Mexico with us and fish? And he was like, yeah, you know, whatever. You know, he was real cool.
Started fishing when I was a little boy. By the time I was 16, I was running boats in the marina. So I got about a little over 30 years on the water right now.
With Mike at the helm, my basic responsibility was first mate. I prep bait, make sure the tackle's ready and rigged, make sure the hooks are sharp, make sure things are just in order, because every day there could be a world record out there, so every day we have to be ready.
First rigs of the trip.
But I knew it was going to be a big learning curve. This is big game. We're not out there just to catch a little bluegill or bass. Most of the fish are bigger than us we catch, you know?
What would happen if a fish and a person had sex? Is that how you get a mermaid? The thing about fishing for me is you never know what's on the end of the pole. It can be something 1,000 pounds, it can be something 20 pounds. I'm always excited to catch that next fish.
Mark the Lord! It's a team effort, you know? You have to have someone down the pit watching the lures, watching the baits, rigging the baits, me driving the boat, looking to try to find the fish. Everyone just needs to know their part, so it is a team thing.
What's up? I think the fish are right out front, Mike.
Right there, there's one right there, guys. Right there, look right here.
Yep, on the left.
Right there, Kyle, there's one right there. Look, right next to the boat.
See nothing.
Watch the Lord, watch the Lord.
See him right there? There is a place on the boat that is named the Tuna Tower. You can see down in the water a little bit farther than you can right off the side of the boat. It's a good place to spot the fish.
Here it comes, guys.
We can yell down to the pit so they know what's coming.
So the pit is the back of the boat. That's like boaters' language. They call it the pit.
Get it!
Looking at it. Here it comes, guys. Dorado.
The easiest thing to spot is probably a Dorado due to the color. It's like a bright green and bright yellow.
We got it on!
They're fun to catch. They're great to eat. It's a fun fish.
They're probably the most unpredictable fish that you'll get. They'll dive down, and then 1 minute they'll be on the surface jumping.
Keep it tight.
Keep winding down. Pull back, real smooth. Get ready, get out of the way.
Go faster. There you go. I'm gonna kill it with this hook.
When we went to gaff the Dorado, I put a lot of pressure on the leader to get the fish square behind the boat.
Leadering is when you're like wrapping a line around your finger to pull the fish closer to the boat with your hands.
Just pull real soft. Pull him toward you. Get him, Chris.
Get him in the boat! Watch out! Open the door. Get the door open. Get him in. Hey! Yeah! Done deal.
Right away, I got hooked up. First fish of the trip.
First decent fish of the trip.
Being a first mate, I'm paid to be there to have a good hookup ratio and to do a good job. Scully hooked up the very first fish of the trip.
Done.
That was crazy, man.
That's my job. You know, I take pride in what I do. You never like anybody doing your job. That was kind of a bummer, but first fish hooked is definitely a good thing.
With Scully, it feels like you're getting sized up. I'm just not usually in the mood for that kind of atmosphere. I give up. I don't know what to say.
The back deck needs to work like a unit together, you know, and with John a little frustrated, it wasn't that way. Him and Scully aren't the greatest combination.
Shoot, I'm trying to be a little more creative here for America. So here I am. Okay, you see that towel in the background in the shower? That'll work. When you have all these alpha males in one place, let me tell you what's gonna happen. Someone's gonna get bit. Eventually, there's gonna be some F-bombs, there's gonna be some venting, and I'll be there to get it.
We were all really excited about Scully catching the Dorado, but it made things a little tense between John and Scully. The trip had just started, and I could already see there might be some problems. I decided the best thing to do was dock at Cabo San Lucas so everyone could just take a break and get off the boat. My brother Mike decided to fly in for my birthday, so the plan was to pick him up the next day before moving on. A lot of people come here for vacation, but we're not on vacation. We need to keep heading south to the blue water if we have any chance of catching the giant blue marlin. This is Wilbur, my friend. He eats right out of my hand.
Underneath all the like alpha male stuff, Chris is really like, he's really tender.
Get it. Give me a marshmallow.
Are you fucking serious?
I like them, dude.
You're gonna
Just don't worry about it. I like them.
My main goal every day, keep the boat clean and maintained. They're showpieces. You always want to take the best care of them.
hate those things. They poop everywhere.
John just gets worked up no matter what. Ready? Be nice. See my friend? After a half a day in Cabo, we quickly learned there isn't much to do if you're not into the tourist crap.
You see how many people are in this room?
It's hot in here. A whole bunch of sausage in a small area.
My brother's flight wasn't scheduled to arrive for a few hours, and the guys got pretty bored. So I decided to pay Ben to keep us entertained. Ben, hold on. Before you do this, tell me what you're doing.
For $40, I'm jumping here and grabbing on and pulling myself up.
You know, when Chris gets bored, he likes to pay someone to do something that will entertain him, you know.
And I said, Ben, I'll give you $40 if you can jump and grab the top and pull yourself up there. What kind of gap are we talking about right here?
It's not too far, it's just a matter of 5 feet. I gotta be able to pull myself up.
This marina is so dirty. It's like gray, green. You can't see down in it at all. It's really nasty. It's almost like raw sewage.
I have really long arms. I have monkey arms. I'm like an ape. So I thought I could do it.
Crap, I'm about to fall in. Crap.
If you're gonna fall, just don't hit your face on that wall. Come on, Ben.
If you ask me what the deal with Ben is, I don't know. It's entertainment sometimes, but sometimes it concerns you.
I hit my sternum on the cement, and it hurt.
I didn't jump high enough. Oh, try it one more time. Try it one more time.
You wanna try it again, Ben? You never know with Ben what he's doing. I mean, he's got his own little world he's in, and we're just kind of on the outside looking in.
Ready? Get up, get up!
Excuse me. Hi guys, I just jumped into the marina. I tried to grab onto a cement block about 10 feet, and I couldn't quite make it because I got the geometry wrong. And I smell like eggs right now. Well, I gotta jump in the shower, but I made some money, so I jumped so high. Okay, I'll see you guys, bye.
Next day was my birthday. It was time to pick up my brother from the airport.
Dun-da-da-da, Mike Kaman.
I love Mike, but he's impossible to control. Having him along was only going to make things more unpredictable.
When Mike gets into town, that's when the craziness starts. Chris sometimes gets angry at him.
There's only certain people that can handle being around him for long periods of time, and I don't think there's too many of those kind of people on the boat. Like, come on, dude.
If there's nothing going on, I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna throw a coconut at a neighboring facility. Maybe organize a piracy campaign. You only live once. Use the time you got. You gotta fill it up as much as you can.
Who told me to take his clothes off? No.
Domingo, I like your driving.
Like it?
Yeah.
Muy loco?
Yeah. We had a drunk driver to bring us from the airport to the boat. Domingo.
Yes, sir.
It's not illegal to drink and drive?
But you don't crash, nothing, no problem.
And he's got a case of beer in the back and a cooler, nice foam cooler. We just never really know what's going on because he speaks a different language. He doesn't really speak English.
This guy could be drunk. I was like, oh man, Mexico, right? They drink beer instead of water, I guess.
With my brother, there's always ups and there's always downs. We always get into it no matter what, but at the end of the day, we're still brothers.
The day I flew in, it was Chris's birthday, and I had a little special surprise for him. He had no idea.
I was just wondering if you'd do me the honor of shaving happy birthday in my back. Would you do that for me?
Yeah, but
He said yes.
Take that off. Did you find that?
Hold on a second.
Get the frick out of my room. I don't want you messing up my room.
We're doing something special.
You're already starting problems right away. Get the frick out of my room. Shut the light off. Get out.
What Chris was saying right there about get out of my room, inside he was saying, Mike, I want you to hang out with me.
I'm a little hairy on my back. Unfortunately, it's not a very popular thing these days. It's a little shameful, actually.
Can you bend down from here to here?
Ben's one of my closest friends ever in life.
If you say, oh yeah, again, I'm gonna stick that razor in your throat.
Ben knew what he was doing. He was no novice.
This is good.
It's real good.
To my dismay, I'm not wide enough to fit HAPPY birthday, even with Ben's expertise in back shaving.
Would it be better if I put these on?
I'm a little ingenuitive. Gotta come up with my own way of doing things sometimes.
Happy birthday to
Like that.
Happy birthday.
Like that. It's so embarrassing, dude. I'm related to this freak. It like went beyond crazy, you know. It was just like stupid.
I feel like Chris and Kalo, they don't respect me and Mike.
Hold it steady.
And me and Mike are the older brothers.
It's my birthday! It was such a fantastic birthday. Flying my brother in, nothing like it. Getting the birthday present, blowing out the candle. We were all feeling pretty good about the trip again.
Exploring Kaman.
Nothing I do ever goes the way we planned. And that's the way I like it. But we had no idea what would happen over the next 30 days. Next on Exploring Kaman.
We're finally leaving Cabo St. Lucas.
There was a lot of amateurism on this boat.
Everybody on this boat has to one-up everybody.
Smoke another cigar, you desk jockey.
Hey, shut up! This is my boat!
The goal every day is to catch a blue marlin, you idiot.
They thought they were going to give the bait to the fish and hook these things, and it's a whole nother learning curve.
Here it comes. Here it comes.